I think one thing for San Francisco, you're going to see point guard by Kim. Dives on the floor. The team that wanted it most got it on that possession.
There's Glasgow fresh into the game and draws a foul.
They're going to the free throw line.
Loyola Chicago as a team, they struggle from the free throw line, but when you 2 times, but they missed 17 of them.
Yeah, Coach Valentine talked about that when we spoke to them last.
Contingent of Loyola fans in the building. Beasley finds O'Donnell and has it knocked away inside. Winsu, who played at San Jose State Wednesday night, but unable to give it a go today as Deloach is fouled up. Here's Glasgow around the screen. Finds an open Des Watson, and he's on target. Minutes played this season. Doesn't sit very often. As Thomas can't respond on the elbow, Coria grabs another chance for the Ramblers. He'll let it go from the corner. And finally taken by Jason Rivera. As well as, how about Haley Van Lith, who's now at TCU getting a crack at her old friends at Louisville. As off the San Francisco miss, Jaden Tyrone Riley. A couple of underclassmen studs for this Dons program. As Quinn drives it. And a foul called. Here to continue their season and try to make a deep run, win a championship here in the NIT.
Absolutely high character guys. A lot of success now, either scoring the basket or getting fouled.
That's the second first half foul on Carlton Lingard, the 7-footer for Sam. Down by Dawson. Well, San Francisco hasn't scored in almost 5 minutes. Dawson with a finger roll finish.
Excellence of so many programs you're starting to see.
Saba Gigi Barria, the 7'2" senior, seeing his first minutes for San Francisco, and that'll.
It was possible to get him clean looks.
Thomas, a terrific three-point shooter as Edwards skies and got hit by Robbie Beasley on the 40-year 5 of college basketball. It's his 3rd season with Loyola Chicago after 2 years at Valp. Off the hands of Gigi Barria. Open look, Des Watson pops out. Surprises from the early slate with Duke and Florida advancing. Dawson pulls up and buries the jump shot. Nearly turned it over. Thomas runs it down on the baseline. 5 to shoot into the paint, falling away, and it rolls off for Malik Thomas.
On his hands throughout the game.
Bodies hit the floor. Dawson rejected underneath. It comes out to Glasgow, and he cans the stretch put together by the Ramblers the last 7 minutes. Robbie Beasley on target. His second try. Into a star. Gigi Barria. His first at 90%. Will take him for Loyola Chicago.
Certainly some frustration from the San Francisco side of things, and for good reason. They're struggling on both ends of the floor right now.
Would be absent for this second round game until a few hours ago. Edwards, another look, and a couple of misses from the single that Chris Gerlifson would have liked to have for this postseason game. Thomas spinning around Glasgow. Thomas draws 2. He floats it across the floor. Carlton Lingard knocks down the first. Utah Valley here Wednesday night. He is a capable 3-point shooter. Dawson, teardrop, perfect.
Dawson is a big
Ramblers. Top 10 in the country in blocks. Already has a couple this first half as Quinn blows by but can't finish.
They're all going to be under duress.
Lingard has the 6'4" Des Watson on him and misses badly on the hook shot. But in JUCO, there's a chance he gets that year back. Here comes Malik Thomas, and he couldn't finish it. A Bosi with a quick tap back. To within single digits. Watson missed everything. Here's Thomas. He hot foots it downhill, and they won't count it.
To get it back as the year wore on and kind of found their chemistry and really found a good plan.
All right, got the Sweet 16 coming to Chase Center down the road from here next weekend, and USC, UCLA both hosting the round of. Dawson off the back rim.
Aggressive, and at this point, Loyola Chicago is winning those stats. Statistically, block shots, steals, for example, free throws, they're winning all of those.
6 straight for the Dons, who've trailed by as many as a Baker's dozen this first half. Edwards across the lane and poked out by Lingard. Shot clock's down to 5. Edwards finds Watson. Contested 3. Missed everything. Here stretch in this first half as Thomas glides inside. A Bosi rejected on the follow attempt. Wakoria got a basketball. And again, this Rambler offense has hit a tough stretch to 30% from the field. Two really good defenses. No surprise as Abosi fouled before the attempt. It's Marcus Williams, who has not been available since the end of the regular season.
First to step up.
Dawson's back in the game, feeds Edwards, and an over-the-back foul on Francis Wakoria. There for these final 2 minutes. Malik Thomas, 85 for Jaden Dawson. Someone, Drew Valentine, says every team in the country would like a player back. Dawson sneaks it inside. Rubin juggles again. Feeds it back to Quinn, and he floats it home. That's a deep playing time dwindle down the stretch of the regular season, but a need for some extra bodies today. And it's off the left urgency here. Edwards picks up Thomas. Leaning into contact. The opportunity at this program helped him develop into the star he's become.
And it's not only the venom, and he gets more and more aggressive and seems to find ways to put it in the basket no matter what.
Knocked down 11 against Loyola Chicago back in December, and he's a perfect 7 for 7 at the free throw line this first half. Play by O'Donnell. Here's Edwards. Into the hands of Dawson. He'll raise and knock down the jump shot. Two between these squads. San Francisco beat Loyola by 10 points in Milwaukee back in December, and a floater from Jay is on point so far in this game. This is Wong with the shot clock into single digits, and he lost the handle. I said it was a reach-in foul. That was like a bulldozing foul. Dawson hits another one. The layup.
Spread out all 5 guys. Well-designed backdoor cut.
A heat check. And Dawson misses this one. The center this year. Barry Wong with the mismatch inside. And misses the layup, but Carlton Lingard.
That's exactly what they're trying to do, is get Lingard inside.
They've got the big fella, and he scores again. Rubin, top side, Watson, lob it back, and the big fella finishes. Miles Rubin's first point at 14 points in the first round at San Jose State. Thomas stops and starts, out to Barry Wong, and it's off the threes in their first round victory. Dawson misses the
steals, and so they haven't really been able to play that fast, but that last possession showed you they would like to get out.
6 assists in the first round win over Utah Valley. Rubin faces up on Lingard, backs him in, and scores with the left hand. High percentage shots like that in the low post, 70% from the field this season. Lingard, flick of the wrist, it's good. Wong recovers, Abosi for the tie. A second effort.
Block, throw it over the top and see if he can do some damage just with his length.
They'll run the action for Dawson, who absorbs the contact. Jaden Dawson now 19.
So they're trying to go inside to Wong, use that advantage, but now they're playing off of Abosi.
Abosi drills the three. Halftime. 7 points now for Bienemy Abosi in his first collegiate start as Watson misses the layup. Losing to 2-seed Alabama earlier this afternoon. And that's an offensive foul on Jalen Deloach. Second, the Georgia transfer Deloach. Thomas catches. Count it!
Have now, if San Francisco takes the lead, which they've now done.
Done a nice job to claw back. Watson, baseline. Couldn't wrap it in, but NCAA.com, you're home for all 90 NCAA championships. Got every game for you here in the NIT. The semis and championship in Indiana. Late in the clock here for San Francisco. Abosi backing in Edwards. Finds O'Donnell. And he scored.
Right there. He enjoyed going one-on-one and making the play.
Edwards lets it go. And cans the three.
Habits. They've worked so hard all year, and right now they're just doing all the things they've learned in the preseason.
Thomas buries the three. He's notched 20 points in a game. Edwards barreling downhill. Out to Dawson. Yes, sir! Long out of the high post as the smaller Dawson on him. Drew him in the air. And a kiss. Francisco senior forward suffered against Loyola Chicago back in December. And Wong cannot place of Kamani Wawinsu. Now Rubin attacks. And the southpaw flip is pure.
Inside to take away back doors.
That's poked away and stolen by Jalen Quinn. Ahead to Dawson for the left-hand layup. And Loyola Chicago since
really good in the focal point. The complementary players down the stretch, I think, could provide a real spark for one of these teams.
That green light that he saw Thursday night when he took his guys to the Warriors game. Oh, Malik Thomas saw his the index finger go up towards that big board in here. That Watson shot fake, pull up, missed it off the back rim. Lingard claims it.
We're going to go to a high ball screen.
Thomas zigzags and lays it in. And it's even more impressive when you consider the type of attention he's drawn. Hand in his face. And here comes Robbie Beasley, the hit ahead. Thomas careens to the cup and lays it in. Des Watson taking 3 free throws. Shoots him north of 70. First missed free throw of the game. And we're tied again. Malik Thomas on this end. Now he backs him in. And misses the shot. Des Watson, senior from Columbus, Ohio. Spent 2 years at Davidson at Jose. Now trying to advance on to the quarterfinal round. And Watson puts...
I'm curious to see if turnovers go up for both teams.
Watson fires. It rims out. Ejected by Deloach. It comes out to Thomas. He'll peel back for 3. And it almost bounced in. Who was hit with a 4th foul earlier in the half. That foul call has been given elsewhere. And he checks. Dawson turns the corner. Baseline. Off the side of this. Lingard hands off to Thomas. He leans in. Missed it off the back.
Puts him on the line.
Southpaw sinks the first. Kent State will send you down to the farm as soon as we finish up here.
Line. They're struggling putting the ball in the basket in the half court.
Dawson peels back and it pops out. Rubin on the out. Feed it to Thomas. Backing in Dawson. He fades, he fires, and missed it off the heel. Earns a second. I think they just... Lingard flashes the leather. Now backing in Deloach. Spins right. And it rolls off.
About that. But neither team can make a shot from the field right now. So an offensive rebound put back.
Thomas lobs it inside. Lingard couldn't. But they've been at the free throw line a ton. Dawson, pull up, book it. 28 for Jaden. There's another opportunity.
Those are the offensive rebounds I'm talking about. You get enough opportunities, you're going to find a way to make it.
Handed out at the Final Four next month in San Antonio. Still perfect at the free throw line. .31 for was trying to find Dawson, and it's taken away by Beasley. Jason Rivera Torres gallops downhill and flips it. His first points of the NIT and one before that last timeout, and he puts San Francisco in front. Rubin up top. Waits for help. Now he attacks Lingard and misses his first depth. Thomas with the shot clock down to 5. Picked up by Watson. Puts the dribble behind his back and draws a foul. Last season was the breakout year for Thomas. This was the establishment season. 32 at the moment. Now 33 and 17. Rubin searching for help. Dawson's free. Goes up and under for 2. He's for Dawson. 1-point game. Abosi skips it. Lingard. Off the back rim.
The offensive player, but right now the defense, they're guarding each other. It's a personal issue right now.
Watson blocked by Lingard. Watson lost it. Out to Dawson for the lead. You bet. Thomas with a step back for the lead. Yes, sir! Rubin has it knocked away. It's Dawson's turn. Down the lane. Through the contact. He flips it in. Quite the assignment for the true freshman. Dawson stops and starts. Downhill. Blocked inside. Last touch. Crossover. Downhill for the win. Tapped up. No. That's it. Loyola.